Well, unfortunately I didn't die, so I'm sorry. It's two things I've dodged this year that should have killed just about everybody, and I'm here. So here's the recap. 30 days no caffeine and I'm still standing, which means giving up caffeine won't actually kill you. So for those of you who at the beginning said I could never do this, I would die, well, I didn't die. So that means you can go ahead and do it and you won't die. The plus side of trying these things is most of these things won't kill us. Surprise. There's a couple different projects I'm going to take on that are going to require 30 days of, but at this point, we're just going to go through what happened. So the first week was interesting. I had been working on cutting back my caffeine since about mid-November because I knew I was going to be caffeine-free for the month of December. So I didn't have some of the same issues that a lot of people would have if they quit cold turkey. I had gone from about 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day down to about 1 cup a day. And then once we crossed into December, it was gone. 0 caffeine, we were in the clear. The first week, I will tell you, I didn't have the headache because I had tapered off enough, but I definitely had the depression, I had the anxiety, I had a bunch of other things that would come with withdrawal. I had started questioning myself as to whether or not I was a decent person, a decent trainer, a decent father. It was not pleasant, it was not pretty. And that was the sign that I had to keep going, because once I started having doubts about myself as a human being without caffeine, I realized it was probably in my best interest to continue not having caffeine. So week 2 was pretty simple. Actually, after about week 2, I had dropped about 6 pounds of excess water. It just came right off. I started sleeping a lot better. I was waking up with better recovery. During that time, I have a Whoop. I use it to track my recovery. During that time, I found that my recovery was predominantly in the green and my sleep quality was ridiculously awesome. I would go to sleep. Usually my head would hit the pillow. Katie would be talking to me, and unfortunately, I'd be out cold. So it happened. Week 3 was actually pretty easy. I started working out, adding more workouts in. I was feeling better. I was feeling more energetic. I hadn't worked out for the first 2 weeks really on my caffeine detox because I wasn't sure how my body was going to feel. And I didn't really want to push it and end up, just flatlining on the ground and needing caffeine to function throughout the rest of my day. So on week 3, I started implementing my workouts and they felt really good. My heart rate was actually lower. I was capable of sustaining better output. I was recovering faster between sets. Now, some of you are going, well, caffeine is supposed to help us during our workouts. Yes, it is. And that's where that video came from that sparked this entire thing. We are so dependent on caffeine that what is supposed to happen when we take caffeine in is not happening. Meaning your body is so addicted to caffeine, what's supposed to happen from a ergogenic or helping standpoint isn't happening. Your body is just redlining because that's all it does, because the caffeine is driving it. Week 4 was pretty awesome. Unfortunately, this is where we had a hiccup. Week 4, my daughter had a friend sleep over and it got real dicey. They were up super late and it was very stressful. I didn't sleep as well as I should have. And on that morning, one of my clients brought me a chai tea and that went down. It did. I didn't make it all 30 days consecutively, so there's that. I'll admit it right here. On the 23rd of December, since we're airing my grievances, on the 23rd of December, somebody also brought me a cup of coffee and I drank that too. And there's video of what happened after I drank that. I went completely nuts because it was the first time I'd had caffeine in my system for the most part in 23 days. After that, the caffeine was gone and I went up until the 3rd of January before I had any caffeine. Actually, I had bought a Bang on my way here to record this video, and I walked through the door of the gym, I popped it open, started drinking it, because the habit always was to do that exact thing. So even though it was gone for 30 days, the habit was still so strong that as soon as I walked through the door, instead of popping the top open and drinking it while recording this video like I was supposed to, I drank the can right then and there before my class. So all of that to loop around to those of you who are struggling with your goals, it's very plausible that you're going to go 20 to 30 days before you have some sort of hiccup and setback. And it's very likely that the one thing that's going to separate you from success and failure is what happens after that hiccup, what happens after that setback. Do you continue on the same path that you're on, or do you pack all of your previous success in and quit? And by the time some of you are watching this, We're getting towards the setback time of January, and we're getting towards the quitting time of January. Don't do it. Don't quit on yourself. Don't accept those setbacks. You can do it if you want to. If you don't want to, then this is the perfect time to quit. But for the most part, thank you guys for watching this. If you want to try detoxing from caffeine to see what would happen, like I said, from a weight loss standpoint, I dropped 6 pounds relatively early on. My weight pretty much stayed the same after that. I'm going to start reintroducing caffeine 3 days a week. We're going to watch and see what happens with my weight there, because then it will have some benefit to how I train and how I get through my day. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Like I said, there will be a couple other 30-day projects I'm going to be working on. If there's anything you want to see, just, you can comment. That's what that section is down below. I know it sounds weird to say it, but if you want people to see this, you also just comment down there. It pops up on their feed, and that's how you spread information.